Hi, I'm Michael Killen. Everybody knows that climate change is real and it's going to have an adverse effect, if not on you and me, certainly our grandchildren. And I am on the hunt for solutions. I have invited the Director of Education of the great California Academy of Sciences to come on this program. I want to ask her about how her great institution is helping to mitigate the threat of climate change and other man-made actions. She is Meg Burke. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Okay. And a lot of folks, including myself, tend to forget what mission, what role, what objectives a great organization like the California Academy of Sciences pursues.
Well, our mission is to explore, explain, and protect the natural world. And I think we have that fabulous new building which speaks for itself. It really proclaims the mission. And when we were in the design phase, we thought, well, if we're saying we are all about protecting the world, we better literally walk the walk. And so from the very beginning, that building was designed to be LEED Platinum certified, that level of sustainability. And we achieved that. And so now we have that as a wonderful stage, and we get to do the programming. We get to do the play on the stage now.
I visited your museum in the summer, maybe 6, 7 months from now, and I have to admit, I wish I had come earlier to that museum. It is, I remember being up, going through a rainforest with a butterflies all around me. I remember going up on the roof and seeing the systems you have. Maybe you want to describe what's on the roof instead of me.
So on our roof, it's a living roof. It's planted with native California wildflower species. Because they're native, they are adapted to the climate. We had to water them to get them started, but we won't have to water them after that. And the environmental advantages of a living roof are really impressive, whether it's preventing rainwater from running into the sewers and picking up pollutants as it runs across the land, helping insulate the building. There are just a lot of advantages. And certainly, last but not least, it's one of the biggest plots of native flowers now, and so it's wonderful for the butterflies and the bees, all the pollinators.
And I was wondering if you'd repeat, but a little differently, paraphrase, just in terms of people, what is the mission of the California Academy of Sciences in terms of people?
In terms of people, as the museum itself as a destination for people, our exhibits are all designed to help people understand more about the natural world and to also understand the importance of science in their lives directly and indirectly. What most people don't realize is that the Academy, in addition to this fabulous rainforest, coral reef, living roof, and all the other exhibits, we're a research institution. We have scientists that are doing research literally around the world in the hunt for the species that are out there.
Right. And is part of your mission to educate the public about the impact of climate change?
Absolutely. And in fact, I was saving that because that's now getting into my area, what I do at the Academy. And we are all about helping people understand climate change, their impact on the world's impact on them. And really, it's about connecting them to nature.
Okay, that's wonderful. Now, I'm sure, being the Director of Education, you must be managing multiple projects. What kind of projects are you managing?
Well, to simplify it, I'll say that we are engaged with 2 major types of programs. Programs that are designed specifically for teachers and their students. And then we have another major program that's a high school internship that's all about helping high school youth understand some of the opportunities that are out there in the science and hopefully recruiting the next generation of scientists.
It seems to me that's 2 projects, but they're both related in a way. They both have the same mission, education, okay? But could you explain to us, what are you doing with the teachers? Are you just having them come in and bring children, or is that the scope of what you're doing?
That's sort of the entry level. So we like to think about different tiers, levels of experience, and many teachers do come, bring their classes on field trips. We love to see them. They get to experience the exhibits and some of the facilitated programs. But my staff work really hard at a deeper level of engagement. We do have lecture programs for teachers. We have classroom resources that they can borrow, but probably the flagship, the epitome of an immersive, intensive program for teachers is our Teacher Institute on Science and Sustainability.
I mean, that sounds like a very formal, organized program, this Teacher Institute. But could you let me hear the steps or the pieces of it?
So it is a 2-year immersive program all about professional development for elementary teachers. We target teachers of grades 3 through 5. And the reason we do that is at the elementary level, many teachers unfortunately do not have very much, if any, science training. And as people have paraphrased in the past, teachers can't teach what they don't know.
Okay, so you have identified a problem, the need to educate the teachers who teach children the first, second, and third grade. And we all recognize, from your comment, teachers are not prepared to teach science that effectively as it stands right now. Is that it?
Right, and it's actually grades 3 through 5. But at the same time, what we're trying to do, our goal with this program in the long term is not just to empower the individual teachers that come through the program, but to really transform the way science education is done at the elementary school level, so that over time we will actually see an increase in both the quantity and the quality of science in the classroom.
I know we all have to start small probably. How big is the sample that you're working with?
So that's a really good question. We have a cohort. We like to use technical terms, but we have a group of 30 teachers each year that start the program. And since it is a 2-year program, the first cohort, when they are beginning their second year, a new cohort is also coming in. We start in the summer.
So it's 230?
Two groups of 30
okay.
each. So, and in fact, this program just launched with the opening of the new facilities, with the new academy. And so our first cohort is just wrapping up their first year and about to head into their second summer. And then in July, cohort 2 will start with their first summer session.
All right, I'm already starting to get the feel, since I heard you say you want to transform education, okay? So you have 2 groups, and no doubt you're documenting them, the progress, testing them, etc., and trying to see a positive outcome. Is that right?
Right. That's very true. And this is a program that runs on the support of generous foundations and individuals. And so we not only want to know what impact we're having, but not too surprisingly, the funders want to know as well. And so we actually do a lot of evaluation, starting with a baseline survey. So after the teachers have applied and have been accepted to the program, they fill out a fairly extensive questionnaire so we can get a feel for where they're at. And then there are periodic reviews, but probably what we're most excited about is the evaluation we're doing in the classroom, so that we